Alright, here's another tip video for the Hi-capa magazines and it leaking from the bottom of the magazines. Okay. Before you start working on it, make sure there's no gas or air in the magazine itself. Okay. So in order to check that, what you want to do is the pin on the top, on the back here, push that in. If it's loose like it is right now, I'm able to push it in, okay, with ease. That means there's no gas or anything like that inside of it. Okay, so I'm able to work on this magazine. Now, if there's gas in it, it'll be hard to push in. Like on this magazine here, I'm pushing it in, I'm putting force on it, and it's hard to push in. That means there's gas in this magazine. So you never want to work on anything that has gas or air in it, okay? So make sure you push that in, check it, okay? When you do that, pop off the base plate here, push the pin in on the top, and it should catch to the second one, but for some reason mine sticks. So once you get that off, there's 3 spots it can leak from. The pin here, this brass pin where you put the green gas or propane into the magazine, okay, it can leak from here, okay. And then inside there's a screw that holds this bottom metal piece to the top mag itself, okay. It can leak from there, okay. And then on the inside there's an O-ring and it can leak right through here as well. Alright, I'm going to show you how to do all 3 of those. So first we're going to start with the pin where you put the green gas or propane in. Alright, so just grab a Phillips head. There's little notches on the side of the brass piece, so just fit it in and screw it, okay. Yours should be tightened down already, okay. Make sure it's always tight, never loose. Alright, whenever you unscrew it, it should come out pretty easy. Let's see if I can pull it out. Yeah, I pulled it out. I don't know if you can see it on here, but yeah, you can see it. There's a black tiny little O-ring, little thin one right above the threads here, okay. It can leak from this if there's no lube on it, like it did for me. Okay, I got stock brand new Wii mags and they were leaking from this spot right here. Alright, because there's no lube at all. So if you have lube on it, always clean it. Clean the old stuff on it. Okay, make sure it's fresh of any old lube or residue. Okay, and what I use as lube, I'm using paintball marker lube because I have paintball guns. But you just want silicone lubricant. You want the white stuff. Okay, make sure it's kind of thick, nothing too slimy or thin. Alright, so get a little tiny dab. Also make sure there's no dust or hair on your O-ring, okay. If you have dogs, good luck, because I have dogs as well. Just work it around. Make sure you get an even spread of your lubricant on this O-ring, okay. Don't worry about it sticking up on the top here. You can wipe that off pretty easy. Alright, once you get that in, or once you get it lubed, push it back in, grab your flathead again, and then just tighten it. Again, make sure it's tight, not loose. Alright, so that's one spot. Okay, so that's good to go. The second spot is this screw here. You grab a Phillips head screwdriver. Screw the screw. Whenever you undo this spot or this part here, you want to be careful because this spring can pop out on you. So just do it slowly whenever you pull it apart. Pull that spring off, put that piece aside, pop the screw out. Okay, this is going to be a long skinny screw. There's going to be a washer on top. I don't know if you can tell, probably can't. There it is. So the washer is right here, okay, and this is the O-ring on the bottom. So again, wipe it off, make sure there's no residue, stuff like that, and grab your lube again and then just lube up the O-ring. There you go. So that's ready to go. The third part is on this piece here. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Maybe. There's an O-ring right here. Okay, it goes along the square block. Alright, it's just a big square. It can leak from here too if this isn't lubed up. And so make sure that's lubed up. Again, wipe it off. And if you're ever replacing or just taking off O-rings, try not to stab it. Try to just lift it up in place. You never want to nick an O-ring. Even if the tiniest scratch, it'll start leaking. So always make sure you're careful with O-rings. Alright, so once you get this cleaned off, let's lube again. Work it around. Alright, so this is good here. Now, you got everything lubed up, you put it back together. There we go. Put the base plate back on. Now you're all set. Now your Hi-capa magazine shouldn't leak from the bottom anymore. For the time being, of course. Just do the steps again if it starts leaking again, or do it routinely. Maybe after a few games or so, just do it anyways. Make sure it's all lubed up, stuff like that. And that's how you do that for the Hi-capa magazines. I'm pretty sure it works for other magazines as well. Just gotta take it apart, lube up any O-rings it has, stuff like that. Just make sure you're using silicone lubricant, okay? A white, kind of thick stuff. All right, any paintball marker, gun grease will work as well. That's white like this. And you're all set. Thanks for watching.